So, if you don't, Richard Petty he's the king of NASCAR, the guy that won the race that day, and he's won 200 races, which is more than anybody will ever win in that sport again, and so he is the undisputed king. But the other guy that the song's about, his name's Jimmy Massey, and he raced NASCAR from, I guess, the mid 50s to the early 60s, and he never won a single race.
Poor guy.
Poor guy, but he came in second twice. He came in second that day, and then he came in second one other time at the Martinsville Speedway. But the next year after that race happened, back then things were different, and Petty Enterprises, the people that own Richard Petty's car, his dad and Richard, they hired Jimmy Massey to race for them the next year at the Martinsville Speedway. And Jimmy Massey raced for them, and they put him in the car that Richard Petty was in before, the number 43 car, the one that had beaten him the year earlier. And Jimmy Massey blew it up and wrecked it in the first lap.
We think
I thought it was pretty good.
That's the typical American South passive-aggressive behavior. That's how that works.
That's how we do things.
I'm really good at it, that whole passive-aggressive thing. Got it down. This is a song I wrote about my grandma, speaking of the American South and where she was born and raised. She lived to be 98 years old, and she raised 15 children. My dad was number 10. I have no idea why she didn't quit after him, because 10 seems like a good number, and my dad seems like he would have been enough for everybody. But this is a song about her. Her name was Iris. 1, 2, 3, 4. Iris was my daddy's mama. Her mama was a Cherokee. I know Iris was a strong woman. I don't know what Iris knew about me. I called her Granny, but she never hugged me. She was quiet and she moved slowly. Somehow I know she loved me. She never told me, I just know. I know Iris chewed plug tobacco, and when she spit, she never missed the can. She kept a pistol by her front porch chair. I know she never held my hand. I called her Granny, but she never hugged me. She was quiet and she moved slowly. Somehow I know she loved me. She never told me, I just know. I know Iris took care of her children. I know her husband was drunk and mean. I know Iris outlived him by lifetimes, but I don't know what Iris dreamed. I called her Granny, but she never hugged me. She was quiet and she moved slow.